Guys, my name is TJP and welcome back to another Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuild. So we've got the Giants in today's video, so it should be interesting. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know down in the comments what more video it is. Social down in the description. We have a playlist down below for other Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilding content. Of course, same rules, 3 seasons to win a Super Bowl, injuries will be on, and that's pretty much it. Let's get on with the game. Alright, so we are in the game. Let's take a look at the roster for the Giants, see who we've got. So we got Saquon Barkley, Leonard Williams, Adoree Jackson, Sterling Shepard, Xavier McKinney, Graham Gano, Kenny Galladay, Dexter Lawrence II, Kadarius Toney, Blake Martinez, Evan Neal, Darius Slayton, Julian Love, Andrew Thomas, Richie James Jr., Mark Glowinski. So, I mean, you guys can see this pretty young team. Obviously, Daniel Jones is our QB right now. Might look to upgrade there, depending on how he does. But, you know, it's a pretty solid team. Again, very young, though. So, I mean, again, we're not trying to compete this season. I don't expect us to be that good. But in terms of maybe making a couple moves to improve the team right now, let's just see where we're kind of weak. So obviously that QB spot's little thin. Could use a left guard. We got Shame Lemieux. He's a 67. We could just pick up Eric Flowers for the season if we really wanted to. Center position. Could go for J.C. Treader. Pick him up for a season. I'm sure we have the cap. Defensive tackle. We only have Justin Ellis. I mean, we could go with Linval Joseph or Brandon Williams just for the season, like I said, and then kind of just go from there, which I might just do. I might just pick up Linval Joseph just because we can. We have the cap space to do so, and again, it's only going to be one season. Maybe we re-sign him, who knows, but in terms of other moves that we want to make, let's take a look at our draft pick situation, because I might look to make a couple trades maybe at the midseason. I don't know about right now, though, but we do have our first round pick and a couple 7s. Don't have a 6th this upcoming draft, and then we have every other pick after that. So we'll see if we want to do what we want to do with this team, but I think we're going to probably just look to get a high draft pick and rebuild for at least this season through the draft, and then go from there. So I'll see you guys at the mid-season, and we'll go through the stats and see how the team is performing. Okay, so we're at the midseason, and not a surprise, we are currently 2-5. Our offense is okay, except we can't really score, but our passing and offensive rush is not terrible. It's mid. Our defense needs a little bit of work, ironically, even though our defense is supposed to be better, according to the overalls that EA showing right now in front of me. But let's take a look at the stats and see how the team's doing. So, how is Daniel Jones doing? He's actually doing, well, this touchdown to interception is pretty bad, which is probably why his passer rating is trash. He only has 9 TDs and 6 interceptions, 255 average a game. Okay, we gotta look to cut down those interceptions there, Danny. That's what we need to do. Barkley running, 9 TDs, kind of makes a lot of sense there. Deshaun Corbin as my secondary. Maybe we want to get a better secondary at some point, but we'll see. But Barkley's having a nice season, I guess, at the running. So Sterling Shepard, leading receiver. Then Kadarius Toney, Kenny Galladay. All right, Jordan Atkins. Team's not amazing. I mean, again, Daniel Jones throwing a little too many interceptions for me. Got to cut those down. The blocking isn't awful. Defense. Tay Crowder, leading tackle. Then we got Blake Martinez and Gerard Wilson. In terms of sacks, Leonard Williams leading the team with 3. Then we got Linval Joseph we picked up for the season with 2. So 8 sacks as a team, it looks like. And only 3 interceptions. So Adoree Jackson and Tay Crowder. Everybody else does not have an interception. So that's interesting there. Graham Gano, kicking, punting. And then we've got kick, return, punt, return, in case anyone was curious about those. So offense, 21st, not amazing. That's not going to cut it. How are we doing on our passing? Are we kind of like in the middle, I feel like. Yeah, middle-ish. Our rush is probably in the middle. Bottom middle. Defense, where are we there in terms of yards? Probably near the bottom. Bottom 3. Not good whatsoever. So we got to improve our defense, clearly. We're got to improve our offense as well. But, yeah, defense, I don't know. We're kind of struggling a little bit on that end of the field. I mean, 2-5 again, like I said, we're not going to make the playoffs. That's not going to happen this year. You know, the goal is to maybe we can get a pick here, actually. Maybe I try to get, like, another first-rounder or, like, a high second-rounder, third-rounder, whatever. Let's see. Let's see if there's another move we can make to try to get some draft capital for this upcoming draft. All right, I traded for pick 95 from the Chiefs for 2 7th-round picks and a 5th-round pick next season. So we now have another 3rd-round pick. That's pretty solid. All right, traded for pick 90 from the Dolphins for 7th-round pick, 6th-round pick, and a 4th-round pick. So now we have a few 3rd-rounders, which is pretty cool. So if we want to move those, package those at around the draft, or, you know, draft some better players, well, now we have that ability to do so. So yeah, 2-5 right now. I expect us to not make the playoffs. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season where I'll show you the stats, and then we'll see who wins the Super Bowl and go from there. So not to my surprise, we ended up going 6-11 and obviously missing out on the playoffs. Here are the standings in case you guys were curious. You guys can pause and take a look at these. But who's the worst team in the NFL? It was the 3-14 Seahawks. I feel like they're usually the worst team, so that kind of makes sense. And then they always get like Bryce Young, and then they win the Super Bowl like the next 2 seasons. Whatever the reason, it is what it is. If I honestly, like, I might try to trade up to get Bryce Young. I'm serious. I might try to trade up to get him. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's the move. But let's take a look at the stats and see what we have here. So, I mean, Daniel Jones, yeah. 18 interceptions, not going to cut it, my friend. 80.3 passer rating, that's not going to cut it. 58% completion percentage. Yeah, I mean, too many interceptions, my man. You got to cut those down. Barkley, though, had a good season. Can't complain about that. Over 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns. Like, that's solid, man. Like, I can't be mad about that. He was pretty good. Sterling Shepard, good year for him as well. Over 1,400 reception yards and 7 TDs. That's nice. Kadarius Toney also played well. Kenny Galladay, not too bad. You know, it's not as targeted as much. Atkins, decent. Darius Slayton. Okay. Let's take a look here at our blocking. Not bad. I mean, Evan Neal out 13, but you know he played a lot of downs. I guess we'll take it. But Martinez and Crowder led my team in tackles. In terms of sacks, we had 8.5 for Thibodeau. Come on, Thibodeau. And then we have Leonard Williams with 8 as well. So that's pretty cool. Aziz Ojulari was pretty good. Linval Joseph with 4 as well of his own. I feel like our defense did kind of step it up a little in the second half. 4 touchdowns for 4 interceptions for Jackson. Martinez had 2, same with Crowder, and then 1 for Holmes and Love. Graham Gano, 16 of 18 is pretty solid. Jamie Gillen, 69 punts, nice, and then all that other stuff here. So yeah, 25th offense, not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. You know, we gotta improve on that. Our passing, yeah, and our rush. Where's our rush? I feel like we ran a lot. Did we run a lot? Kind of, but not really. Defense. Where were we here? Did we improve in the second half of the season? No, not really. Yeah, not really. I mean, I guess we did, but not really. I mean, we weren't good on either side of the ball. 16-11. Let's take a look at the awards. Who won what? Tom Brady MVP. Makes sense. And then Brandon Staley, Coach of the Year. All right, well, let's take a look at the playoff bracket, see who wins the Super Bowl, and then go on to the offseason because we got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to be had here. some development to be made, some players to upgrade, and some players to acquire, players to re-sign. So let's do it. There's your playoff bracket. Bottom right corner, by the way, is the 49ers and the Packers, in case you guys were curious. So I'll see you guys once all of this has been simulated. So Super Bowl 57, the Chargers beat the Green Bay Packers 42-21. Justin Herbert was the Super Bowl MVP. Taylor and Lawrence, offensive, defensive player of the year, respectively. Jameson Williams on the Lions was the offensive rookie of the year. I mean, Kayvon Thibodeau with the defensive rookie of the year, though. That's nice. Promising right outside linebacker. Kayvon, way to go, my man. So that's awesome to see. Let's go to the offseason and try to re-sign some players and maybe upgrade the team through free agency because there's a lot of cap. So I re-signed a couple of my guys. Few of these guys did want to test free agency. Like Martinez, Slayton. Shepard doesn't seem like I want to re-sign him, but I might try to just upgrade there anyway. We're going to have a lot of cap space, which is cool. I re-signed Daniel Jones. I re-signed Julian. I re-signed Saquon Barkley. So there you go. Few signings made there. And I know it's Barkley, but just I like saying it like that for some reason. Barkley. Anyways, so yeah, we're just gonna go to free agency, and we're gonna see how we can, improve the team from there, and then go through drafts and trades. We had a busy free agency, so here's who we ended up signing. We got Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin, that's a huge pickup there for us. We also got Dawson Knox, so that's some nice big offensive up there. Also got Miles Sanders, so he'll be my new secondary running back, which is pretty cool. Chris Boswell picked him up to be our kicker. David Edwards, left guard. Got Chris Barnes, mid linebacker, scheme fit. Same with Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle. Picked up Matt Paratus, Bradley Pinion, punter, and then Brian Winters, be your right guard. So a lot of scheme fits, but also some guys that are really talented as well. So kind of just like a mix of both worlds. And we still have a decent amount of cap to where we can make like a couple of like minor trades, but we also have the draft. So I'm going to see if I can maybe try to muster up another first-round pick, or even try to trade up. Because if I can, you best believe I'm going to take Bryce Young. Number one overall pick. I'm taking Bryce Young. Which means, I don't know what that means for Daniel Jones. Like, do we move him? But I traded a bunch of picks for next season, really. I mean, I guess there was, I think, one there that was maybe like one of our third-round picks. But yeah, we now have 2 first-round picks, which is huge in this draft. Let's go. Let's do it. Well, clearly I'm going to do this trade right here. Oh, not trade, sorry. I'm clearly going to draft Bryce Young. Like, it just makes the most sense. He's the best player, in this draft. So we're going to take him, Bryce Young. He will now probably be our starting quarterback, and I'm probably going to move Jones. If he's not the starting quarterback, which I hope he is, but we'll see. But yeah, 85 acceleration, 85 and 89 agility, 86 change of direction, 77 jumping, 85 speed, 73 strength, and 88 throw power, man. Loving it. Let's go, Bryce. Okay, so I was doing the draft, and I'm pretty sure I had another first round pick. It just simulated the pick. First off, I got disconnected from EA servers, and it wasn't me this time. So the game just disconnected me again, so I couldn't make my second first-round pick. I had another first-round pick. I'm almost positive I did. Almost positive. So I don't even know who we drafted, but I'm just gonna skip ahead. I'm annoyed. Every time I do the draft, that happens. I get disconnected from EA servers, and I can't make a pick. It's like ridiculous. So I was able to get Bryce Young though. You saw that, and that was the guy I really wanted, so it's totally fine. But I would have liked to have taken Calais Ringo with my other first round pick, and he was there, and then all of a sudden the game just started simulating. So I thought, oh, maybe I didn't get screwed over, but no, I did. So let's see. Maybe I was somehow able to get him anyway, which would be kind of cool, but I don't have any idea. I'm just waiting for the simulation to end. So we'll view the draft recap, and we'll see who we ended up getting. Oh, we did get Ringo. Okay, cool. And there are the rest of the guys we got. So, all right, let's keep advancing, and I'll see you guys once I'm at the start of the second season. roster here, second season. This is who we've got. We got Terry McLaurin, Saquon Barkley, Dawson Knox, Miles Sanders, Adoree Jackson, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, Xavier McKinney, Chris Broswell, Kenny Galladay, Evan Neal, Kevon Thibodeau, Kadarius Toney, Graham Gano, Bryce Young, probably my starting quarterback, Azeez Ojulari, Killer Ringo. So it's, dude, like, this is great. This is fantastic. I won the draft. I definitely won the draft. That was absolutely huge. I mean, you guys can see the rest of the team. So yeah, I might look to move on from Daniel Jones then. We'll see what we end up doing here with him. But yeah, the team is better, and it's still pretty young. So again, a couple guys keep developing, which is nice. And yeah, I mean, we don't have much cap though now. I'm pretty sure we are way over. So trying to make trades will be a bit difficult, but as you guys can see, we're pretty solid for the most part. The only thing I might want, honestly, yeah, no, I'm good with what I have, I think. So maybe like another defensive tackle, but we'd have to trade for one. Right guard, maybe Mark Lewinsky. Center, Matt Paradis. It's not bad. Left guard, David Edwards, pretty solid. So, honestly, I'm happy with the team. I think this team can be pretty decent. We'll see. It might take another season before I think we'll be in really good shape, but I'm impressed. I think this is good. I'm going to keep the team the way it is for now, and we'll look to make moves maybe at the midseason if necessary, but I think we'll just wait probably at that point till the offseason, depending on how we're doing, depending on how I feel. So, let me sit into the midseason. Alright, so we're at the midseason. We're currently sitting at 3-4. So, like I said, it's an improvement. I think our team is definitely better than we were last season, but we're still not quite there yet. So, I think we still need another season to kind of iron out the kinks, but unless we have a great second half of the season, I mean, that's also a possibility. But let's take a look at the stats and see how we're doing here. So, Bryce, not bad. Not bad. I mean, 1,920 yards, 13 TDs, 4 interceptions, 66% completion rating, 104.8 passer rating. Better than Jones. So, Barkley with the running, obviously pretty good. And then Miles Sanders, my secondary, is an improvement there. Then we still have Gibbs, Jahmyr Gibbs, who we drafted as well. It was like my third string. Terry McLaurin, okay, 496 yards, 3 TDs. Kadarius Toney with touchdown himself. Dawson Knox, my tight end Kevin Galladay. Wendell Robinson. All right, it's okay. It's decent. In terms of our blocking, not too bad. Andrew Thomas has allowed the most sacks with 7, but it's not brutal. A lot of these guys here are the ones playing most of the down. So, Chris Barnes leading my team in tackles. Then we got Ringo. Look at Ringo, man. Just unbelievable. And Thibodeau with 7 sacks, man. This guy is a monster. Leonard Williams with 6 himself, which is pretty cool, too. Then we got Sheldon Rankins, Azeez Ojulari, Jay Crowder with 1. So, only 2 interceptions of the team, Ringo and Jackson. But that's not, a huge indication of our defense. Chris Boswell, punting, and then kicking and punting return, respectively. Now, our offense is 7th, which is good. That's a good offense. Definitely better than last season. We kind of struggled a bit to score. So, I definitely think getting Bryce Young was helpful. However, how is our defense? Our defense is, well, near the bottom. So that's not good, obviously. So maybe there's a trade we can make now to where we can kind of get a quick fix for defense to improve it for this season and maybe going forward. If there's a trade we can make. The only problem is, like I said, I don't think we have money. If I'm correct. Oh, no, we do. $8.27 million. Okay. You know what? Let's see if there's a trade we can make here. Trade with the Panthers here. So we got Brown and Horn. Maybe that could help out a little bit with our defense. So another defensive tackle. Fits the scheme. And we get Horn, the cornerback position. Not too bad. for two third round picks and a second round pick. Because, like I said, we're really not building to the draft for these auto draft rookies, because I don't care about the auto draft rookies. So, it's a small little trade. It might help us out in a little bit defensively. Maybe can alleviate some of the bleeding. But, I think that this season, we'll see if we can slip a wild card. I'm definitely more excited about the third and final season, because I think that year will be the year where we can really compete. So we ended up making the playoffs as a wildcard team. I'm actually impressed. We ended up going 10-7. So nice turnaround. I wasn't expecting that. As you guys can see, too, our offense was very good. Our defense was middle. And we're taking on Dallas in the wildcard. So I'd like to beat them. That'd be great. Wow, the Chiefs went 17-0. That's insane. So if they lose, they melt down. Absolute meltdown. So yeah, 10-7, good enough to make the playoffs. And like I said, we were taking on Dallas in the wild card. Hopefully we could beat them. Panthers, a few teams were 5-12, so really nobody was like embarrassingly bad, which is interesting. We had a 53-49 win against the Jets. Wow, it's impressive indeed. And that helped us make the playoff bracket, as you guys can see. We're gonna be in that 3-6, so we are home. We are the home team. So we must have had the breaker over the Cowboys. So hopefully we can win. But let's take a look at the stats, see how we did. How'd we do? Bryce, how'd you do, buddy? Solid. That's pretty solid. I mean, over 5,000 yards. We'll take that. 33 TDs, 10 interceptions, 105.4 passer rating, 297 and 6 yards, 56 completion percent. That's good. That's huge. So we'll take that from him, and he's going to only get better, I'd assume. Saquon Barkley had an unbelievable season as well. Sanders being a secondary is probably not too happy about that, but, it's hard when you're playing behind Barkley. I mean, dude put up 5 yards per carry, which is kind of ridiculous. Terry McLaurin had a nice second half of the season as well. He was good. He had almost 1,400 reception yards. Tony, look at them. They both were 1,300 to 1,400. Crazy. 7 TDs between the two. Kenny Galladay as well had 7 TDs, 6 for Knox. Even Robinson's getting the slice of the pie there. Our blocking was pretty good. We'll take it. Evan Neal allowed 10. That was the most. Chris Barnes, 135 tackles. That was a nice little signing for us. Ringo, man. He might be Defensive Rookie of the Year, hopefully. Probably not, though. He even had a sack. Nice. But let's take a look who led the team in sacks. Leonard Williams, 11.5. Pretty crazy. Kayvon Thibodeau, 8.5 for him. Ojulari with 6, 4 for Lawrence. Our defense was pretty filthy. 4 for Horn, 3 for Barnes. Ringo, McKinney, and Jackson also had interceptions, so 10 as a team. Kicking, Boswell's pretty good, and then punting, kick return, punt return, fun stuff. So yeah, our offense, I imagine, was second in the NFL, which is impressive indeed. Our rush was probably... our rush was here, but we also had a decent amount of passing. So, like, the combination of the two. We were both a good passing team and a good running team. And we probably scored a decent amount, too, for being quite honest. Defensively, it said we kind of creeped up near the middle. We were near the bottom, I think, but we kind of creeped up a little bit. So, that's good to see. What was our better defense? Our rush? Probably our rush, I'd say, was pretty good. Our passing was a bit but all right, we'll take it as long as we can win in the postseason playoffs, and we'll be okay. Let's take a look at the awards. Josh Allen was the MVP. I don't know why he won over Mahomes, considering Mahomes went 17-0, but okay. And then Coach of the Year again, Peter Troyer. I don't know why. I guess Andy Reid, 17-0. They're just like, the Chiefs are too good, so we're not going to give him the Coach of the Year. Okay, whatever. Let's take a look at the top bracket. Go back to here, the page. So obviously you guys just saw we were playing the Cowboys. We're just going to upgrade our players really quick and then get on with this. So Chris Barnes, let's upgrade him. Just auto upgrade, doesn't really matter. So here we go. Can we beat the Cowboys and advance to the division playoff? That'd be awesome if we can. But if we can't, it's all good. No worries. Lost by 3. Dang, that sucks. By a field goal, man. Well, it's all good. I mean, we made it. improvement. Like I said, the goal was if we get wild card, that'd be cool, and we did. Next season is the big season. I think next season will be our chance to potentially win a Super Bowl with this team. So let's advance to the offseason, see who wins all the awards, and go from there. So Super Bowl 58, we had the Packers beating the Steelers. Interesting. Aaron Rodgers MVP. So, you want to be Giants? Yep. Bryce Young, Offensive Rookie of the Year. So it's 2 years in a row where we had Rookie of the Year. Thibodeau and now Bryce Young. Dolphins, Jacqueline Roy, Defensive Rookie of the Year. And you guys can see Cooper Kupp and Myles Garrett. They won their respective rewards. So... oh yeah, and the Chiefs had a meltdown because they were 17-0. So that's another thing. All right, I guess let's go to the third and final season. A bunch of players to re-sign. I'm just gonna show you guys now like who we have. So hopefully we can get some of these guys. I think we can get Leonard Williams back, probably Adoree Jackson, Derek Brown even. It's gonna look like it's gonna be difficult to get McKinney back, maybe even Dexter Lawrence. But then a couple of these guys here we can kind of just replace. But let's see if I can get some of these guys back. We have a lot of cap, too, so it should be interesting. They might test free agency, so we could always get them back for free agency, but I'd like to get them before they hit it. Frankly, the only player I wasn't really able to re-sign that I kind of want to re-sign here was Adoree Jackson. So, not the end of the world, but we're going to go to free agency. We got most of our guys back, which is cool. And we still have a lot of cap space and some trade pieces with our picks, some of their picks. So we could definitely improve this team for sure. So I'm excited to see what free agency holds for us. So let's see who we could end up signing. I'll show you guys once we have the recap. And I'll show you who we added to the team that we made through free agency. Because we did add a few guys. So we did re-sign Adoree Jackson, by the way, which is pretty cool. We also picked up Jason Kelsey. He's going to be our new center, so that's a big pickup there for us. Fits the scheme. Also got Justin Jones, defensive tackle, and Kenny Young, mid linebacker. So just another one to have on the team. A couple scheme fits. But, yeah, pretty big signing there for Jason Kelsey. And then re-signing Adoree Jackson pretty solid, too. So I definitely think this team is pretty good, especially because we're going to continue to develop internally. So I'm liking it. And I'm still going to make a couple trades here to try to even improve the team more. So once I have some trades, I will show you guys. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, we have the draft. I don't really care too much about that. Do we have a first-round pick? Because I might look to just move it. I guess we could just draft a rookie, but even then, if I could trade my first-round pick, we have the 6th pick? Oh, it's 2025, actually. Okay, so yeah, we don't really have a pick. But I'm going to look to see if I can make a move now, though, to try to see if I can do a trade right here and try to get another player. Alright, guys, so I traded first and a 5th-round pick to the Broncos for Patrick Surtain the second. So there's one of the stud quarterback. So I wanted to just get like some talent. Not really about fit there, but that's a huge pickup. Alright, I guess we're just going to simulate to the start of the third and final season. I'll see you guys once I'm there, but I'm liking this team right now. Third and final season, here's the roster. Terry McLaurin, Saquon Barkley, Patrick Surtain second, Jason Kelsey, Bryce Young's up to an 89. That's ridiculous. Derek Brown, Dawson Knox, Evan Neal, Leonard Williams, Miles Sanders, Adoree Jackson, Kelly Galladay. There's Tony, Lawrence the second, got Xavier McKinney, Ringo, Kayvon, J.C. Horn. I mean, you guys can see there's a lot of talent on this team right here. So if I had to say, this may be the team right here. This may be the team that could make a run. I mean, again, we might make a move in the midseason just because we can. Because we might have the picks to do so. I mean, we might have the picks now, actually. If I take a look at that. But that's the team. That's the team right now. I mean, I'll simulate the preseason week 1. Because I just realized I'm at the draft recap. But yeah. I just lost my connection EA, apparently. I don't know what that means. Yep. Alright, hold on a second. Interrupted by EA disconnecting me from their servers. As you guys can see, the team is pretty incredible. I mean, if we want to get a better right guard, we could try to trade for one right now. That's like our weakest position. I and it's a C+. So if I can make a trade for a right guard, I'll do it. I'll pull the trigger on a right guard. I'll see what's out there. I mean, Glowinski's not bad, but if I can get even a better one that fits the scheme, I'm going to try to do it. So I'll look to see if there's anything out there, but otherwise I'll just keep the team the way it is and maybe worried about that in the midseason, where I would assume we'll be pretty good. Second, third, and fourth round pick. I still have my first round pick in case I need to make a trade at the midseason. We'll do another trade with the Chargers. So we got Keon Johnson. He's going to be my new right guard. I think he'll be the starter. He fits the scheme as well, so that's pretty solid. And we got Maurice French, who I guess is just a throw-in since I wanted to get somebody else besides just Johnson. So that's it. That's the team that we're rocking with. I'll see you guys at the midseason. We should be pretty gosh darn good, assuming the simulation doesn't screw us over. Okay, well, we're 3-3. That's a little underperforming. That is underperforming. What's going on? We're underperforming. The team is underperforming. What's happening? Why are we underperforming? Why are we underperforming? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We lost the Cowboys, too. They're 6-1. I mean, I'm looking at our stats. They don't look amazing. The Jets are 7-0. Holy moly. We made a trade with the Jets. Oh, no, we thought about making a trade with the Jets. I was going to try to get Vera Tucker. But, yeah, that didn't really, the money didn't work, so it doesn't matter. Either way, what matters is why are we 3-3? So what's happening? What's happening here, game? Bryce Young. I mean, it's okay. 71 completion, 3.5 yards per game, 112.1 passer rating. The ratio, touchdown or interceptions, isn't terrible. So what's going on here? Rushing, Barkley, bit down, but still pretty good. 7 TDs, 44. Even Bryce Young's got some rushing in him as well. Miles Sanders. In terms of receiving, Terry McLaurin. He's got 569, 441 for Tony. Kenny Galladay, Dawson Knox. Maybe we've had some injuries. I mean, injuries are on, so like I said, there could be some guys that have been hurt throughout the season. Not a lot. Our line's pretty good, so that's not bad. Kenny Young, 40 tackles, 36 for Ringo, 34 for Love. 3 sacks for Ojulari. Williams got 2. Dexter Lawrence has 2. Okay. 4 interceptions. Team Jackson, Thibodeau, and Patrick Surtain. Chris Boswell 4 or 5. Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess what the issue is, we don't have enough yards on offense. It's not like our offense is terrible, but we don't have enough yards, so we're not really pushing the ball up the field. 19th in terms of total offensive yards is a bit low for my liking. Middle of the pack passing. Our running is not as great, though. So that's... got to run the ball a little more. That's something we need to do. Our defense is also middle of the pack, which I think it should be a bit better. I think we should be we should aim to be a top 10. So we're kind of middle of the road team right now, which I guess makes sense because we're 3-3, 15th. So yeah, we got. I don't know. Maybe we can improve on that. Maybe there's a move we can make to try to just kickstart this team. It could just be a talent thing. It could just be a second half of the season thing because we were 3-4, I believe, at the mid-season last year. So, and then we turned it around, went 10-7. So there's a chance we can still do that and make the playoffs as a wildcard team, which I still think we are in the hunt to do so, even at 3-3, even without making a move. But let's see if there's a move we can maybe make. It'd probably be a small one, just because, our team. I mean, we seem to be pretty solid. I mean, do we want to get another linebacker? Like we're a B- there, or another short safety? I mean, we could. Julian Love is not bad. I mean, mid linebacker we have Chris Barnes and then Micah McFadden. So maybe instead of McFadden we get like a better mid linebacker. Could do that. Do we have the cap space to potentially do that? I think we do. Maybe a little bit of money? Yeah, 6.63. We could maybe make a trade here. We have our first round pick, so let's see what I can muster up here. We'll only do one trade. First, fourth, and fifth round pick. So he will be the new starting mid linebacker now. So that, I guess, will improve the defense a little bit more. Pretty solid. But that's the only move I'm going to make. Hopefully this team can turn it around in the second half of the season and maybe win 10 games again, 11 games. Well, there you go. Called it. 11-6. Cowboys were 13-4 though, and we're taking on the Rams. I feel like we should be able to beat them. Cowboys have the best record, 13-4. Interesting. So yeah, 11-6, good enough to make the playoffs in our second straight season. Be nice if we beat the Rams and get past the wild card. There's the rest of the standings. Worst team was 4-13, which isn't terrible. All right. Let's take a look at the stats. So yeah, our defense did struggle a bit in terms of yards, but we didn't give up. We were mid-team in terms of giving up points. I don't know how the Rams went 11-6. If I'm being quite honest with you, just it doesn't really make much sense. I mean, look at the ratings. I guess the ratings mean nothing. They really mean absolutely jack squat. Our offensive pass was pretty solid per game. So let's take a look at the stats. How did we do? How did Bryce Young do? Let's take a look at him first. Second most passing yards in the league. It's pretty cool. 105.8 passer rating, 39.4 yards per game, 69% completion percentage. Pretty decent ratio, touchdown to interception ratio. Okay, Barkley had a nice second half season, 21 touchdowns. That's good. That's the kind of guy I want to see there. Miles Sanders didn't get too many runs, but I guess when he did, he was pretty cool. All right. Receivers, we had 3 wide receivers have over 1,000, which makes sense because Bryce threw the ball a lot. Terry McLaurin, 6 TDs, 7 TDs for Tony, and 6 for Galladay. And Dawson Knox was also pretty solid. He had the most with 8. Even Barkley's getting a little bit of receptions there. So that's good to see. Barkley was solid. Very solid. So he had ended up having a nice season. Blocking was pretty good. So yeah, our offense I don't think was the issue. Our offense was very good. Bobby Okereke, pretty solid trade. I mean maybe he helped our defense a little bit. I would assume. Julian Love had the second most tackles, and George Jackson with third. Ringo. In terms of sacks, Ojulari led my team with 10.5. Then Leonard Williams 8.5. 4 for Thibodeau, so a little bit of a decrease there, but it's all good. Interceptions, we had 3 from Jackson, 2 from Thibodeau, all right. 2 from Ringo, 2 from Patrick Surtain, and then 1 for each of these guys down here. Kicking, 14-16 for Chris Boswell, and then punting, kick return, and punt return. We actually had a kick return touchdown from Kadarius Toney. Nice. So yeah, second best offense in terms of yards in the NFL. We were the second best passing team, and our rush was not like bottom. Okay, interesting. Defensively, we were near the bottom, which is ironic because I felt like our defense was a lot better than what it was shown. So a little scary there, but maybe in the playoffs it might be different. Take a look at the yearly awards, see how we did here. So Zach Wilson was the MVP. Didn't play like that in my you didn't play like that in my video, Zachy. You did not do that, my friend. Okay, and then Ron Rivera was the coach of the year. So, all right. Could just be me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Who knows? But either way, that's not important. What's important here is winning this playoff game against the Rams. So can we do that? Let's simulate and find out. Well, we didn't. Lost 2 seasons in a row in the divisional, in the wild card, so we did not get to the divisional playoff, which is unfortunate because I thought this team had a chance, a really good chance, but we didn't make it. So I forgot to show you guys the playoff bracket. Packers and the Falcons in the bottom. So yeah, unfortunately, could not get the job done against the Rams. They ended up beating us by 5 points. Actually, every game is fairly close, so within a touchdown. So that's interesting. I guess let's just see who wins the Super Bowl, and then the rest of the end of the year wars and close out this video. But man, it's unfortunate. So Super Bowl 59, the Browns beat the Panthers, and that's that, I guess. Greg Newsome, the second Super Bowl MVP, and Offensive Player of the Year Cooper Kupp, Defensive Player of the Year was Aaron Donald, so both on the Rams. So maybe that's why we lost. They just were destroying us. And then Rookie of the Year Christopher Wolfe on the Commanders, and then Del Barber from the Browns, defensive tackle. Okay, cool, good for him. He made an impact. All right, I guess let's go to this full screen and close out the video. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let me know down in the comments below some more video ideas. Social down in the description. We have a playlist down below for other NFL videos like Madden, NFL 23, rebuilds. And yeah, I mean, we got to the playoffs twice, 2 out of 3 seasons, lost in divisional both times, both close games. You know, not much you can really do about that. I mean, so far we've made playoffs with every team at least once during the video, which is cool. So yeah, I think the next team we have, I want to say was the Texans, I believe. They're the next team, I think. I'll double check that, but whatever team it is, you will be seeing it very shortly on YouTube. Probably tomorrow, actually. That would make sense. Unless I wanted to do an MLB video. I did say I'd do another career sim. That might be coming out soon. We'll see. But then I might cut MLB. I think maybe we'll just stick with Madden, and then when 2K comes out, pump that out as well. But that's not a me problem. That's not a you problem. That's a me problem. So yeah, I guess either way, take care. Have a great night. See you soon. Peace.